The trial of Pastor Timothy Omotoso will resume in the Port Elizabeth High Court this morning. The trial kicked off yesterday but was postponed because the Omotoso's defense team wanted to prepare arguments for an application to compel the state to provide particulars to the charges against their client. Omotoso and two co-accused face a total of 97 charges that include alleged rape, human trafficking, racketeering and sexual assault. For more, we're now joined by our reporter who's been following the story, Jayed-Leigh Paulse. A very good morning to you, Jayed-Leigh. What can you tell us this morning?
Well, yesterday we saw court adjourn quite briefly. We saw the defense advocate Peter Doberman bringing an urgent application to compel state prosecutor Neba Ntelwa to provide more particulars on the indictment. When they addressed the judge Irma Skuman, Neba Ntelwa, the state prosecutor, said he would definitely oppose that application. So today we see the defense and the state arguing the matter in court. It remains to be seen whether the defense will also bring an application to have Timothy Omotoso released on bail. We know that he's been incarcerated for 3 years now in St. Albans prison, and it remains to be seen whether that is also on the cards for the defense. But outside court, political parties, the ANC and the DA are also outside in their numbers, throwing their weight behind the alleged victims in the matter. JDI Church, Jesus Dominion International Church of Timothy Omotoso, are also outside waiting to try and get a seat inside court. You would know that it is a limited spacing, limited seat spacing inside court. There are few journalists who are allowed access. So the only people from the Jesus Dominion International Church is Taiwo Omotoso, Omotoso's wife, and several of the senior pastors within the Jesus Dominion International Church. But today it's going to be very interesting with those arguments on the indictment. The state having to either provide those particulars, the defense wanting the time and date of the alleged atrocities, the alleged allegations against Timothy Omotoso.
So what time do proceedings start today? Do we expect any momentum? Because the lawyers were not happy yesterday about the charge sheet.
Well, yesterday we saw, court starting quite late in the day. It started at 10 o'clock, but today we are hoping that the court will start at 9:30 promptly. It is 9:05 now, so the doors should be opening, but these people just behind me are trying to find a seat. Yesterday it was quite a lot of mayhem outside because we saw several journalists also fighting to get inside court, and then we also had some of the congregants also trying to find a place. But court is definitely starting at 9:30 today. We also saw Judge Irma Skuman saying that she wants to start promptly.
Jayed-Leigh, is there a sense that Peter Doberman wants to have the charges dropped? Is that like his end game?
Well, we've seen the defense, Peter Doberman, requesting to bring forward applications to have those charges quashed. And it stems back from Cheryl Zondi's testimony. The defense was not happy with the times and dates and references of when the alleged allegations and sexual abuse occurred. So he's been on a tangent to try and quash some of the charges. You would know that last year they petitioned to the Constitutional Court. They lost there. They petitioned to the Supreme Court. They also lost there. So it remains to be seen whether he'll bring another application to the Judge Irma Skuman, who is the new presiding judge in the matter, to see if they can actually be successful in quashing of some of the charges on the indictment.
Well, thank you so much for that update. We'll be watching to see what happens as the day progresses. But as a viewer, you've seen Cheryl Zondi testifying, and it really touched the nation. What are your thoughts about the possibility of this charge, this trial, possibly being closed down because charges could possibly be dropped? Let us know at the agenda _SABC. I think it's a conversation we'd love to have with you. Now, the